Let me tell you something. GMMTV definitely surprised me with this because I thought they were gonna give us the theme song like
ตัวละครพฤติกรรมสถานที่หน่วยงานวิชาชีพและเหตุการณ์ต่างๆในซีรีส์เรื่องนี้
But yeah, that is not what they did. Instead, they gave us some new ways to this drama. Or maybe they will give us an episode 2. Anyways, this is my recap on episode 1 of Me and Thee. Let's get into it. So anyways, we're talking about Peach. Peach starts talking about his day in the life and stuff like that and how he likes to be alone. And he does work, but he likes to stay home alone. And he's playing the handpan. Fun fact, handpan is very expensive. I saw the interview that Puin said, and you have to be in a position to play the handpan. You have to be in a condition like a cool area, not too hot. You have to know where to sit, how to hold it, stuff like that. I saw the handpans from $1,000 to $3,000, roughly $4,000, and I'm like, is this in US dollars? Because if it is in Jamaican dollars, we talking money. So Point out there went to a photo place where he's trying to buy a camera, and then he spotted a guy trying to talk to the sales clerk guy to sponsor, not really sponsor, but ask him if he can get an affordable camera, which wasn't on his budget, either one of them that he saw. So Peach went out with the guy, gave him a camera that he has, and get this. Peach said to the guy that whenever he spotted him, any time of the day, he can just return it back to him. And I'm like, dude, what if it's many years later when the camera is no use to the world? Would you still collect it? Like, dude, you giving a total stranger just for you to get it back later on? Ooh, this setup looks good on Puin. Whoever took this need a little bit more raise on that pay. I love the background. I love how the aesthetic looks. It looks clustered, but it's like a good aesthetic kind of clustered, especially when pulling out here wearing a marina. Boy, you don't know what you're giving to the viewers, but you're giving it well. Okay, before I say anything, I forgot to mention what Peach does. Peach is a freelance photographer. So he's a good one at that, a top tier one. People recommend him all over, but because he's so good, people not really getting him that much, and he's always busy. So that's how good he is. Until this girl who works at the company that Peach is going to do photography business in. She is Peach's little sister called Plub or something like that. She recommended Peach to the company that she's working with because they in need of photographer, and they know that Peach is the best one because they begged someone to get to him. They did not know though that Plub is his sister, so that made it a bonus. On the other hand, Peach said he's a freelance photographer because he likes to be around people, get to do his own thing, and he gets to meet people. Even though he doesn't talk to people, it's his way of communicating. So this is Note. Note says that he's shocked to find out the person that he's working with for so many times is related to a big top photographer who he himself tried to get a hold of but couldn't get through. Then Pete said he does apologize for not replying to anybody, but maybe Note was trying to get to him when he's on a break, like on a relaxation mode. But the sister revealed to them that yes, his brother is a freelance photographer, but he only takes job when he feels like it. And that's when they're like, oh, thank you for liking to actually take our offer. We are grateful. And I'm like, yeah, you do. I don't know why he's a freelancer. How much is he charging them? That's what I want to know. So this is Aran, aka Ran, but for the whole purpose of the show, I am going to call him Aran. So Aran works under the company that Peach's sister works for. And the reason they wanted to get to Peach himself is because Aaron refused to work with any other person that he doesn't know. And Aaron was the one that suggested them to get Peach because he knows Peach and he's more comfortable with Peach taking his photos. So that's what happened. And that is why Peach is there to take photos of this wonderful model. Did I not mention that he's a model? Yeah, Aaron is a modeler. Oh my God, Santa, you look so good. I'm telling you, this man can curse you out with a look without even seeing it. You see the side profile? Anyways, he's not happy right now because Tawan is calling. Who is Tawan? Tawan is supposed to be his potential relationship guy. Anyways, yeah, he's not answering Tawan. Then Peach went to talk to Aaron, and he's noticed that Aaron's phone is literally someone's calling, and he saw the name and he saw it's Tawan. Yeah, that's how close they are. They know everything about each other, including the fact that Peach and Tawan are in like talking stage. But Peach telling Aaron that he needs to talk to Tawan. If he doesn't like Tawan, tell Tawan that he doesn't like him. Pete Aaron is like, I try to, but he doesn't feel like he should because it doesn't reach that stage that they need to have this talk. But at the same time, he doesn't really want to talk to Tawan. Aaron decided to change the subject and started talking about the fact that he become the brand ambassador of the company's new upcoming product, which is a perfume, which is Artisan, or whatever. You have to watch it to know what the brand name. Eventually, I'll figure it out down the line. If not, it's a word. Anyways, Adan is proudly showing Peach the article of him becoming the brand ambassador, which is very a proud moment. Anyways, Aaron decided that he wants to go to the bathroom, leaving Peach to look more about in the article and sees the actual CEO of the company. Well, not fully faced, it's shadowed, but you see something. You can tell when a person is too rich when they have a faucet that's gold with their name engraved on it. That's like too rich, isn't it? This is Thee. Thee is actually the CEO and the owner of the company that Peach is freelancing to take a picture, and also Naran, no, not Aran works for. But technically, not a lot of the workers there ever saw Thee's face. No one knows how he looks like. They just know that he's serious and not to be messed with, which is true. Now my question is, everybody's doing his makeup, fixing his ear. I want to know how much Thee is paying these people, especially the one that actually just the fix is one strand of hair. How much money does that one guy get? So let's talk about this scene. So apparently there's another person, one person for everything. This butler was spraying the perfume on Thee, but Thee recognized it as a mistake because this is a perfume that should be the brand new perfume that they came out with to be launched. And the butler mistakenly took that up and used it. Now, if you are running a business, you know you can't wear the product before the product comes out, or some people can do it, but can you imagine you're walking around, you smell something, and it's like, I never recognized this smell before. What is it? Turns out you're wearing a brand new stuff that hasn't been launched yet. Are you crazy? ¿De la crees? This fine ass man name is Muck. Muck is the personal bodyguard's personal secretary, personal close friend, or personal everything to Thee. And he is letting Thee knows that the butler will not do it again. It's just a mistake. He will not do. Homeboy is so fine. These are very strange pupil, very strange human. Anyways, he's getting ready to go to the party, the launch party of his perfume, and Mark is like, it's scheduled for you to make a speech. Then Thie's like, I don't do speech, you know that, Mark. But then Mark started mentioning about Aaron. In case you don't know, Thie likes Aaron, and he's trying a lot to get to Aaron. But his way of approaching is kind of lame. It's really kind of lame. But anyways, it got me to realize then, I wonder if he's the reason for Adam to get the brand ambassador, considering you like him, he works in your company. I think you're the reason he got to the brand ambassador thing. So not only Adam, but Peach is at the party as well. Now remember when I said Peach really doesn't like to go out? He took freelancing photography to stay away from people and communicate. Well, the reason he's at this party is because Adam begged him to go with him, and he's making sure that Peach doesn't leave as well. So Adam went to the bathroom, and a little later, then Peach went to the bathroom. But then, while he's washing his hands, he heard Adam's distressed voice. When he looked, Adam is surrounded by a lot of men in guns. Even though the gun was presented itself by these people, Peach was brave enough to slowly but surely got to Adam to take him up. But before he left, he faced off with Thee. Thee is the reason why these men were around Adam. Again, he's very weird. His way to approach people was weird. But then he started evading everything and left. Ladies and gentlemen, Tawan still calling Aaron, and Aaron still refuses to answer him. After narrowly escaping, Peach asks Aaron why were the men around him. Aaron told Peach that the men offered him 10,000 money to sleep with their boss. When the boss showed up, honestly, I don't really care about this. At this point, they made it look like a prostitution at my point, because why would you offer to sleep? Like, doesn't that sound like it to you? Let me tell you something. Aaron was ready to attack and defend himself with his life from Thee. But remember, Thee is the owner and the CEO of the company that he works for, that Aaron works for. But like I said, nobody ever seen the man's face, so Aaron didn't know he was. Then in came Tawan. See, Tawan here got upset because Peach was touching on Aran, because now he doesn't like. Okay, let's be real. They all know each other, but Tawan doesn't like Peach. Not very much. Hell, the thing you don't know about about Tawan is a famous actor, and he's very possessive about Aran. Aaron over here saying, we are not anything yet, and yet you're acting so possessive like you own me. Like, dude, that really hurt poor Tawan. And he's like, okay, I don't want to get you upset. I will just back off a little bit. I'll also wait at the car just so we can go home and talk. And I'm like, wow, that possessive, that scared and jealous type of person. Perth? Okay. So after Aaron and Tawan left, Peach went to his car to treat his wounds. So apparently when Peach was old or touching onto Aaron, Tawan came and pushed him and he landed and hurt his hand. So now he's trying to throw water on it. In comes Thee. Thee's like, that's what you get for meddling in people's business. You shouldn't have stuck your nose where it shouldn't be. Like I said, Thee's a very strange person. So he helped open the water, poured the water on Peach's wounds, and then he took Peach's hand and blows on it because he said his breath can heal anyone. This boy is talking about everything that he wants to talk about, like he got those scripts out of a movie. And I will talk about that pretty soon later, because I'll tell you how strange this boy is and why and whatever. Anyways, things got really seriously heated when what's his name? Thee said that he always gets what he wants. Peach started smiling and laughing because even though he looks rich, not everybody can get what they want with money. And homeboy later proved that he gets anyone. But the reason Peach is laughing is because Thea wanted to buy Aaron, and Peach knows buying Aaron will never get him anywhere, never get Thea anywhere with money like that. Let me tell you something. The bodyguard was doing their strict job. For those who don't know, Mark is the head of the bodyguards. Whatever he says goes. Now, after that chaos, Peach went home and he saw his sister because his sister didn't go at the party. But when the sister is like, I'm doing some finishing touches, which is not much because Peach made it better, she could have gone to the party. Now let's get down to the bigger business. So the whole people in the company begged the club to beg her brother, Peach, to work for the company permanently. But Peach is like, no, I don't want to do that. Even though his work is very good, having Peach on their team is a win-win. Now, to be honest, I've never seen any siblings say this on camera in acting wise, but I'm glad GMMTV did it. It shows how much they're in a relationship and it shows how much that the older one cares. So, the part what I'm talking about is where Peach told his sister to sit properly. So, anyways, Peach started mentioning to his sister if she ever seen the CEO before. And the sister said no, he mostly stand in a higher place where the light shines in a way that you barely can see his face. But they never seen it. All she knows is rumors of the being very strict and aggressive, and he will fire anyone that talk bad about him, and or rumors that he's actually using the money of the perfume as a funnel his way of his illegal business, stuff like that. Then the sister asks, why did you ask? And Pete is like, because I saw him last night. I am curious about them because they live together, but are their parents alive and they're on a business trip or something, or are they gone underground, 6 feet under? So meanwhile, Peach and his sister are talking about Thee being a mafia or it's a illegal, businessman. We see Thee here sitting in his living room watching old time series dramas. And he even called Mark to tell the people at the TV station to actually do a rerun of this. Don't know how much money he's gonna pay for that one, but remember when I said he's weird? Well, he watched so many old time movies that he actually acted out in real life. I do that sometimes, but not as much as Thee does. That's why he's act weird to everyone. So it's the next day, and Mark came with two folder of information for Thee. um, Mark said that one of it is Aaron's information, but when Thea looked at the other one, he's like, what's the other one? The other one is for Peach. The reason Mark brought it is because he thought maybe he would want to look into Peach as well. But seeing that he wasn't ready for it, Mark was about to take up the portfolio until he just took it up and looked into it. When he looked into it, he noticed that there's not much information about Peach. But Mark said the only reason is because the only person that Peach lives with is his sister, and his sister works for the company that he's working in. You know what? I think Mark put the two portfolio there just in case because he knows Thea very well. He knows that Thea would probably want to look into Peach as well. So while home, he's sleeping real good in his bed until he heard the doorbell ring. When he looked out, he saw Mark, and when he saw Mark, he knows that Thea is near. He had to rush to go out to greet them because his sister told a rumor story, and he doesn't want to get shot or killed or anything by Thea right now. When Peach got outside, he greeted them, but then Mark showed Peach that Thee's there. Thea then gave the Peach 15 minutes to get ready because they're going to eat. Peach did not hesitate. He ran, put on his clothes, and he went back. Don't know how much time did he took about that one, but he finished real good. The car ride was very quiet and awkward as hell. They went to a restaurant with this big ass table, and while there, Thea tried to talk to him, but with the length of the table, he couldn't hear shit. Pete then took his chair to go up closer to Thea so he can better listen and hear what he said. So Thea then talked about Aaron and how he believes Aaron doesn't like the 10,000, and if actually wanted more. Peach then looked at Thea and said, things like that will not affect Adam because he's not money crazy like that. Thea then asks Peach advice about winning. Adam sings to Thea. Peach sounds like a guru or expert. But then we see flashbacks of Peach's relationship, and it wasn't going great. None of them ended up lasting. Most of them are saying that the reason they're together is because, it's boring life. Damn. So Thea asks Peach what's the best thing to give to Aaron. Since Peach said Aaron would be okay for like simple gifts. So Thea said he suggests that he will buy a car, which Peach is like, you crazy? As a simple gift like flowers, small flowers. And he said, I repeat, small flowers. Just get him that. Then Thea looked at Peach and is like, what about you? What would you like? Then things got complicated because Thea mentioned to Peach that since he came here and eat with him, how much does he want for spending time with him? Peach said he didn't join him to make money from him. He did this because one, he wanted to try this restaurant and it's a great restaurant, but he got upset because he thinks that money runs around. Peach says in life, not everyone wants money. Sometimes sometimes you can just say thank you or I'm sorry, but thank you is the best way to be appreciative. So Thea did say that. He said thank you. And then Pete said you're welcome. And with that, it was instant aroma. After saying thank you, you can tell Mark never experienced that from Thea. So it's shocking to him to see that Thea cooperated and said thank you. Now at home, Thea is telling Mark to get some simple flowers, any flowers that that Mark would like to give to Adan. Then he told Mark to get some chocolates because remember when Thea asked Peach what he would like, Peach said he wants chocolate. The bitter, the better. And that is exactly what was scheduled to send. While there, a scene on the drama came up and said, if you're in love, your heart will beat the person's name. Mark says that's stupid, but not to Thea, because remember, Thea lived his life around drama, so he believes it. And his heart was beating, and the darn thing really said Peach. So the next day, Peach went to the dressing room where Adan is, and he noticed the flowers. Immediately he knew who it's from because he read the card afterwards. Then Adan decided to use the bathroom. Aaron was shocked to see Peach there and asked why he's there because he knows Peach said he wasn't gonna come at the event, but Peach said he's only here for the behind the scene thing, cause technically even Aaron wants Peach to work for the company. But anyways, they talked about the CEO, and Aaron was shocked to find out that he almost punched the CEO in the face. Peach then asked Aaron what he thought about Aaron says that he loves his job. He doesn't want to disrespect his CEO. But if he finds out that his CEO is planning to pay him to do odd things, then he's seriously going to quit the job, which I don't blame him. I would too. Okay, so while Aaron is in the bathroom, Note came in and gave Peach a goodie bag or something, saying it's for him. But when Peach read the note, it made no sense to him and thought that the gift belonged to Aaron. By the way, the gift is a chocolate. When Peach gave Aaron the chocolate and Aaron tasted it, it wasn't Aaron's liking, it was too bitter. But when Peach tasted it, it's like, it's nice. Aaron wants to give Peach the chocolate because he knows that he likes the chocolate. But no, I'm not sure if it's real or not, but if it's just for Peach, then Peach's tattoo only says focus. So, Peach is taking Aaron's photos because remember, Aaron will not work with anyone other than Peach. But while he's taking his photo and focusing on work and everyone else trying to focus on work, Thea and Mock was standing there watching them, and everything got tense and people got scared for a little bit because we're talking about Thea. Thea's only there for Peach because he's upset when he found out that Peach did not eat the chocolate he gave him. Turns out the chocolate that Peach got was for Peach because I don't know how Peach didn't see that the chocolate was like a peach. Peach then went back to the room where the chocolate is and really noticed that the chocolate is shaped as a peach. But the thing is, no one would have guessed that the chocolate belonged to him, not even if it's shaped as a peach, because the note should have said that it's for him, but the note didn't make any sense. So it's dinner time, and Thea managed to persuade Peach to go to dinner with him, and Peach said he wanted barbecue pork. And I ain't gonna lie, it's one top of the line type of pork. It must be one of them graded, fancy, expensive ones too. But things got crazy because when Peach tried to reach for a plate for Thea got very defensive and tossed Peach and his hand got hit by the grill and got burned. Thea then handed Peach's plate so he can get the meat, but then when he got the meat, he noticed how Peach hands is hurt and asked about his hand. Peach like, nah, I'm fine. They ended up dropping Peach home, and by the way, Mark told Peach that they managed to bring Peach car back home safely. But anyways, as they're about to leave the car, Thea started asking Peach should he go to the hospital for his hand, which is not that bad to be going to the hospital, but Thea insists that they should go. Peach like, no, I don't want to go anywhere with you. Thea, who obviously see or sense that Peach is something wrong with Peach. He asked Peach if he's okay. Peach said yes, but then he asked again because he feels like something is off. Peach then said he doesn't like to hang out with Thea because Thea is a very dangerous person and a mafia who always walks with gun and a lot of people around him. When Thea heard that from Peach, he was not satisfied because Peach was walking away. He ran after him and said he needs to make it up to Peach. Then Thea then remembered a drama that he watched that could somewhat heal the hand. It was very stupid but weird at the same time. Now, episode 1 ended with Thea on one knee kissing the wounded hand of Peach, which was very strange out for Peach. But anyways, that is the recap of episode 1 of Me and Thea. Stay tuned for episode 2 next week. Bye.